take away my spaceship. You can take away my space suit. You can even take away my space lasers. But you can never, ever take away my space game.
Big Brick 62 just resubscribed for 2 months. 07 chat.
Hello! Welcome everybody! Welcome to the Astropub. Hey, welcome everyone from Lady Space Patrol Stream. My name is Paul, the Zergo 1 Batman Shelley, your humble host and space bartender here at the Astropub, your space bar at the end of the universe. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We got a good one for you. How you doing? Dance, monkey, dance. Hey, Big Brick, thank you so much for that 2 months of support as well. So I wanted to show this because I don't know what fucking magic they did. But they have server FPS above 20, and they have 60 FPS. I have 60 FPS in Cafe Moussine. All right, lady. No, it's wave 2. I think is what they did recently. But they got the music in too. They overclocked the RAM? I don't know what they did. They did say in the monthly reports that they were working on the first wave of dynamic server meshing that they finished in November. And I think it's supposed to be in 4.4. It may be in a later patch though. But they did say that they were finishing up some stuff, so. So how to try this field? Not that, really. Let's take a look. Let's take a walk. Walk with me, chat. Hey.
There's room for them here. Got enough freeloaders as it is. If the door want to wipe us out, I wish they'd go ahead and do it already. I'm sick of just sitting around and waiting for it to happen.
You are a member of the People's Alliance of Levski security forces. Yeah, fuck you too, bitch. He's sliding. He's sliding, chat. Let's go here. Maybe he'll.
Yeah, hey. What'll it be? Oh, hey.
How you been? Good?
I swear, today's been an absolute slog. Every time I check my Moby, it's like no time has passed. No sweat.
Hey, what's up? What would it be?
So is that, they're not fully working.
I was having a drink in the Seine the other night. And I overheard some people planning to attack a transport ship.
Woken up
They weren't even
times
trying
last
to
night, like
attack.
gun battles. This
Believe
place is getting crazier by the day.
Sure as hell can't go on like this. Something needs to be done.
Speaking of Nyx, is it better, less scary, and non-threatening for beginner than Pyro? Oh yeah, much more so. Listen, there's a reason why so many of us call it home. He's done. So, just so you know, this is Cafe Moussine. This is the bar. There are spaces you can go hang out. And back here, check this guy out.
You can't get through here.
So, he's sitting here. He can't move so that we can't clip through. Because they're smart and they know what we will do. This is the uniform of the People's Alliance of Levski security forces. They're military. They're militia. So that actually is the headquarters of the People's Alliance of Levski. Is at the end of Cafe Moussine. Welcome to Grand Barter. My frames are going to drop a little bit when we come out here. It goes from 60 to 30. So a lot of the places are now 30 FPS, which is better than what it was with like 10 FPS. This is cool. Watch this.
I heard some scuttle buddy of mine was on his way home after work. Some lowlife tried to shake him down.
Ears open about this.
He wasn't having
Folks
any of
talk
it.
more freely.
Clocked him right between the eyes.
No, okay, he's not talking.
You want to play?
Can't complain, really. Tell you the truth, give me a bowl of porridge in the morning and I'm right as rain. I hear Abba Bishop eats a bowl every morning too.
Not sure if you ever met my
Believe it.
grandma, but she
No
used to
wonder
say,
those duels don't stand a
acknowledge
chance.
the evil you see.
It's Jared.
Not sure if you ever
Lagski is improving. It is less laggy. The audio, you can actually hear the conversations. This is cool. Watch this. Come on, you talked to me earlier. Yep, he said it talked a little bit. The ones that I know do talk. This guy's great.
Yeah, hey.
Great. Let me take care of that.
No sweat.
Man, you were waiting for break when I'm not here.
No rush.
There he goes. Yeah.
Excellent choice. You break it, you buy it.
think this guy.
What will it be?
Yeah. So some of the shopkeepers are talking. Also, by the way, you can buy the Oni, Neoni helmet and the Stark Kitten helmet at this place right here. They also have Pyro Crab t-shirt. Look at that. Look at that.
Whoa. Whatever.
Oh no, I broke it. Let me see. Yep, I broke it. All right, back menu. Happy Pax Humana. Oh, it is Pax Humana, isn't it? All right, let's try it again. Do they have whammers? No whammers. Could maybe be getting incorrect site address when I'm loading into Urkel. Maybe they changed it. I don't know. The Punisher selling noodles. He's got like a slight accent to him. It sounds vaguely like Southeast Asian. Oh, nice. Lead, nice. Where Percy? Percy ain't coming out until IAE. Is that just Z-locked? I don't know what that is. Remember, this is an Imperial PSYOP. Oh, it's just Urkel games now. Oh, okay. I decided I was going to try out the to see if they have the interstellar shipping. I'm back. Oh yeah, I showed this off on the before, but I love the posters here. I really want to like get these posters printed out. Freedom has a price. Protect what matters. And this one, stand your ground. Where's the one? There's one over here. It was really cool. Here we go. I need that printed out. I need that on my wall, chat. Is Nick's Space Texas? Nick's is kind of Space Austin. They're hippies, but they're hippies that with guns. Trotskyites is my would be my guess, best guess. They kind of believe that everyone's opinion matters. So like everyone's opinion is valuable, and that you shouldn't be repressing anyone's individual opinions. But you know, it's Space Organ. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. I love this place. Gear up and shut up. I love how Nyx now has the Levski soundtrack. Defense is the best offense. Oh. Oh, shit. You get what this is, chat, right? What these are? These are artificial limbs. Yeah, cyber implants. I think it's a spine, isn't it? Yeah, this is my home, chat. Well, welcome to my house. The fact that they got lag ski to not lag as much is interesting. It's now lagging as much as you would have at any other, like, landing zone. I've already left my, my offering.
Criminals have always tried to take advantage of our situation here, and we always the best thing we can do is just focus on how to minimize their footprint.
It's our home now. Yes. Thank you, comrade.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Oh, yeah, no. Full PTU access is next week. Easy next week. They've got 2 weeks to get it to release, and I think they'll try to release it a couple of days, if not a week before. This is still saying the wrong locations. Okay, so this is the cargo area. Surface interest is still the same. Make sure I have my helmet on. I do. 4.1 live when IA drops. I think they'll try to do it before then. Get that as a screenshot. Oh, it'll probably be all waves this week, honestly. Man, that's some tough fucking mushroom. I mean, I could see it too. Okay, so what is this thing? Miner's horn. First discovered in the sewer lines of QV mining station built into the Daymar asteroid at Nyx, this quick-growing fungus became a useful manufacturing component for the settlers of Levski, thanks to the strong mycelium fibers that can be dried and used in a variety of ways. I think that's be a mercenary. Pepsi's building a sport. Yeah, yeah, the booze. Jinx Gin is made with it. God, it's beautiful. Come on in, buddy. You're almost here. No, I haven't tried the whole sea missions because I don't have a whole sea. Probably one of the best looking landing zones. It is the first landing zone. All right, I'm going to try something different. Tell me if the audio gets fucked up. I'm going to play that song now. I'm going to play a cover of that song because this is Levski. Hopefully this works. Great way to end it. How's the quality, by the way, chat?
How you been? You good?
Got another contract snaked from me by Trevor. We stay on this path, and I swear we'll have words. I'll never begrudge anyone for making a living, but this feels personal.
Price of doing business, I guess.
Sounding okay? Because what I did is I just dropped the recording quality down to about 25K, or 2,500K, and then so yeah, you see there's no refuse. I also dropped the quality from recording from 1440 to 1080. And it seems like it's doing okay.
I heard some scuttle that the Marines are much on it.
But I guess
You should
when
keep
your
your eyes
kids
and
nearly
ears open
dropped
about
out to
this.
join a gang,
Folks talk
you
through
gotta
it.
celebrate any wins you can get.
Any security concerns you wanted to flag?
Pretty wild.
I hear you. A buddy of mine was on his way home after work, and some lowlife tried to shake him down. He wasn't having any of it.
I left my my offering. You should leave your offering to Anthony Tanaka.
Now, I'm not saying violence is the answer, but that thug might think twice before messing with anybody anytime soon.
Not sure if you ever met my grandma, but she used to say, acknowledge the evil you see.
All right, I'm gonna play it again.
I always have that in the back of my mind, thinking about
tell me
how
a bit about
violence
what's
should
going
handle
on.
this stuff.
How's life been treating you?
Somebody almost scratched my ship the other day. The guy was wasted, weaving with a bunch of metal boxes a little too close. Grabbed him by the collar and put the fear of God in him.
Not sure
Well,
why everyone wants
that's
to
the
work
way
there.
it is, right?
I guess the lifers here that have never really spent time in the Empire don't realize how little they think about us.
I love the little flares here. Notice individual liberties will be. Let's see if we can find that. Okay, this is an epic orchestral cover. So you got that one.
So what's up?
How's life been treating you?
How you been? You good?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll do that real quick. I will. Apparently that's a cover similar to the they used it in the Kingsman. I'm just putting random instrumental versions. Here we go. Here's one that's on a piano. Got Reliant. They got the Cutter. They got the Gladius. Makes sense they had the Gladius. They built fucking thousands of these things. Millions of these things. They're pretty much littering the Empire at this point. They're like fucking grass. You can just lean down and pick up a Gladius wherever you go. Like, that is the AK-47 of the Star Citizen universe. Because they're fucking everywhere, and they're just good. They just fucking work.
She means well, isn't the best at expressing it. She just comes off as very self-righteous and dismissive of anything that's not simpatico with her worldview.
We've got the, they're actually selling the golem here. But can you cover them for dirt for 30 years and they'll still fire when you kick? Probably. We're talking like old school design. Hey, frazzled cat. All right, I'm gonna do some missions here, but I do want to show off because we're getting more people showing up. I want to show off the thing I want as a fucking poster. I gotta figure out if someone can rip it out of the files. I'm gonna print that shit off and put it on my wall. Typical space socialist, rant against capitalism and then sell commercial ships and weapons. Speaking of emotional, I'm gonna play the some of the stuff that's been ripped out of the files, which is just beautiful.
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
we can find it. Somebody posted it. That's weird. I thought I could have sworn Dell posted it.
I heard some scuttle that the Moraine have a mole on the People's Alliance. I need you to keep your eyes and ears open about this. Folks talk more freely around.
It was under stress system lore?
Any security concerns you wanted to flag?
I know, I think it was actually under the bar.
We stay on this path, and I swear we'll have words. I'll never begrudge anyone for making a living, but this feels personal.
Not sure if you ever met my grandma, but she used to say, acknowledge the evil you see, but don't let it change you. I always have that in the back of my mind, thinking about how the Alliance should handle this stuff.
Dale, you posted it. Where the fuck is it? Oh, he may have posted it in League Officers. Your League Public? It was in League General. It was League General. It's this one, I believe. Here we go. Think that we broke the server from all the toys? Nah, I think they've just people scattered now. Hey, Drakon. I want this, chat. If someone can find this in the files, I want this.
My head hurts more after all. I appreciate your input. You always put an interesting spin on
Lexi's gotten better. It was worse earlier on, but they've done something to improve it. So now it's like 30 FPS. I love this. That one's pretty good, and so is this. It's like I'm sorry, Levski. I apologize. I was unfamiliar with your game. I was unfamiliar with your reputation.
Something's wrong with my house ventilation system. It got hot as hell in the last night. How you doing?
They sell the Space... Yes, they do. They sell the Space K. They also sell the Space 50 cal. It's pretty cheap, too. It's only 4K.
I appreciate your input. You always put an interesting spin on things.
All right. So let's go down and Or let's see the missions. I don't think there's any of the missions are available. Okay, so I have to pick up something. Oh, hauling. Here we go. Here we go. So this is pretty easy. Freight elevator at Levski, and then Seraphim Station above Crusader. Let's go do this mission real quick.
Alright, so much time then, you're not going to find me.
Party favors, distilled spirits, audiovisual equipment, souvenirs. Oh, we're delivering for IAE. Fucking god damn it, you compromised pieces of shit.
My hab's ventilation system. It got hot as hell in there last night, and I couldn't get this. Got me feeling all out of sorts today.
Oh yeah, I could see the unverified ones.
Capsule
Nah,
now
it's not
approaching
international,
Stand
interstellar.
clear of disembarking passengers. The capsule now approaching the station momentarily. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Let's ride it all the way through. The shop ones look better than the ones in sitcom pack. Yeah, they do.
Please follow designated routes and refrain from approaching the tanks.
Not sure why it was.
I'm helping out with public sanitation this week, so I get the cash up.
I will be doing an IAE tour, yes. Good man. Good man. Good. That's the when you first visit Levski, you have to leave a toy or a drink or some sort of gift for Anthony Tanaka. That's the rule. I don't make the rules. Somebody else came up with it because they were doing it in the fucking Evocati. So you gotta do it. That's the rule. Was Levski the only place where you could take off from the moon? What do you mean take off from? I don't think you can land anywhere else but Levski.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval
All right, let's pull out one of my. Let's pull out the black. It's always a good one to choose. I don't actually own a black, but. Oh, this is the old VFG industrial hangars, too. The asteroid hangars. You're running a party? No, I'm just doing the mission, the interstellar cargo mission to test it out. This is the one I like. I haven't had a chance to. I tried to, but it wasn't letting me play it, so. We're gonna less talk about engineering as it stands with its first release, and more talk about engineering as a whole in terms of what its role is and what it will do. I know it's available. If I can get it to work, I'll definitely do it, because it's available, I think, for the entire weekend, right? Yeah, I tried to play it before I started streaming, but it was like, nope.
Engines offline.
What's your opinion on the best gunship purchasable in game right now? The Corsair? It's not really a gunship, but it works like a gunship. Well, missed that one. Because I don't think the Redeemer is necessarily the best gunship. The purchasable in game. I know that's what you were fishing for. I'm not stupid. The Paladin you can't purchase in game. You should be able to, but God, this thing is so much cleaner than the Shiv. You take away my freaking ATLS? Where's my ATLS? Game, god damn it.
Please visit us again. It's gotta be more than that. Oh, I gotta go to Seraphim. Okay, so I get booze from here, and then everywhere else is at Seraphim. All right, chat.
Damn, Farmer's Almanac's not doing anymore?
Launch complete.
You're clear to take off.
Elson! My dude! I love it.
You're free to launch. Hangars open and the flight path clear. Go ahead and launch.
All right, chat. Here we go.
Hope to see you again one day.
Glacium Ring. Welcome to Nyx. It has literally nothing. That's just the Glacium Ring, though. Show us the hole, please. The only thing you can say, the shit you say in Star Citizen, it can be taken entirely out of context anywhere else. Just kill yourself. It solves all your problems. I want to see the hole. Levski looks so much different than other landing zones. Traffic Levski has come to a halt after the Hull D Evergiven lodged itself inside the transit tunnel, proceeding to the external cargo docks. So it's important to note that the belt, I believe, is the closest belt to. So this is between. That's between Nyx 2 and Nyx 1. All right, where is the jump point? Over there. There it is. You miss the garage? Yeah, because yeah, we used to have gravity. I'm glad it doesn't have gravity, honestly. Makes it more interesting. So miners might want to consider Levski home according to CIG, yeah. This hauling is from Ling Hauling. Oh, this is weird. This is gonna go from blue to blue. They should really change the color pattern of the Nyx jump point to like a purple. I feel like purple works best because it's so, you know, Nyx, the goddess of night. Or goddess of sleep, I think is what she is. She might be the goddess of night. It's named because of its dark nebula anyways, so. This is the middle way through because it gets super bright, and then back to blue. Wait, why is it red? Oh, it's because they're just using the same... the same technology as they did with Pyro. It's a copy paste, yeah. It makes sense. They can work on the details later. Only problem about this is the Magnus station, by the way, y'all. Nyx Gateway is the Magnus Gateway. Yeah, this jump point was supposed to go to Castra, and this in Stanton, this is the Magnus jump, I believe. Yep, this is the Magnus jump. Oh, look at that! Look at that, chat. It's happening. Hey, Gregson. Honestly, I would expect Castra to come pretty quickly after they get the planets done for Nyx. Because at that point, it's like there's nothing holding back Castra. Just like the landing zone. Sherman would be the only thing that's holding it back. And maybe just content building. Genesis? Castra's going to be my home when it comes out. Yeah. Nyx is my home. Levski's my home. It will be my home until Magnus comes. I'll have other places to go, but... Oh, Sherman's is in white box or gray box, so like I imagine it's still being worked on. I'm sure the people who are working on Levski moved over to Sherman once they finished up Levski. I'm sure they still have a couple people there because that's typically how CIG works. Is they'll build something and they'll keep a couple people to maintain stuff, and then they move on, and then that maintain group tends to be the maintain for the whole for like every location. The problem is that maintain group is typically pretty small. which is usually their problem, is that they don't have enough resources to maintain because most of those resources are being applied for... I'm trying to find the landing pads. Guessing they'd be over here? Well, yeah, here they are. Just do a quick fill up and go. What's Caster's draw? Commerce, probably. There's a lot of like big companies that make their home for Castra. Clark Defense Systems and Kruger are both headquartered in Castra. Plus, it's a military base, so I'm guessing there's going to be a lot more military and combat-oriented stuff there, because it is located like right next to like a smuggling route. So I could see them doing things like you could be hired to help to be Op 4 against some UEE trainees or something like that.
Quantum fuel is at 100%.
Oh yeah, it's got some other things. It's got historic architecture, because it's actually different portions of the base were built at different times, and they never bothered to knock down those portions of the base. So there's some like really old architecture at Castra. And one of the reasons why I'm pretty sure they chose Castra was almost bad. I'll be right back, chat. Have you tried the Dead Saints hauling mission yet? Hurston sells CFP literal people is hilarious. Oh. Did you get the Dead Saints missions in Stanton? And of course, Hurston selling people? What do you mean, Dell? Why didn't the Banu tell us about the Tavaran or the Vanduul upon first contact, or at least share where they were? We don't know if they knew about the Tavaran, but they definitely knew about the Xi'an. The answer is likely if you are a... if you're familiar with the Banu, you didn't ask. God damn. When you're right, right? People were like, no, Hurston doesn't have a connection with the CFP. Then why are they smuggling people? Illegally, because it's an illegal mission, right? Let me see if the Dead Saints missions are available here. I'll do it after doing this. Wait, Twitch works for Hurston? Twitch works for whoever the fuck she wants. No, they've retconned it that Ticia now works for the Dead Saints. She's the leader of the Dead Saints. She used to work for Blackjack. The Dead Saints could also be a portion, because we know at one point she was intended to be part of the Otoni Syndicate. So her gang could be just a branch of the Otoni Syndicate. Do you think when scanning rework is on, we'll get those random NPC scans on our ship again? They have to be. Because, like, smuggling is going to have to be a thing. I imagine that the UEE was not fucking happy with the Banu not telling us who the fuck they were. Because we know later that when we encounter the Vandul for the first time, the first fucking thing the advocacy does is ask the Banu. They're like, all right, y'all gotta confess up. How many fucking people do you know that we don't know about? Yeah, that would be the Banu reaction. Yes. You have to ask. I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, the blah blah species? Yeah, we've known them forever. Oh, wait. Banu, you never asked. We don't know what species you do know about either. No, literally, you have to say that. You have to say human food, because they don't know what you will or won't eat. Because they'll eat everything. Yeah. I find it harder to believe that that humanity never asked about the Banu anywhere. They probably did, but the Banu probably didn't tell them. Because, like, what good is it for a Banu?
Thank you, and please visit again.
To give information for free. Especially if they're afraid that humans might start trading with these species, which they want to trade with exclusively. Everything is a negotiation in Banu society. Less personable Ferengi. They're much more nicer. They're like Ferengi if Ferengi were like were golden retrievers. They're harmless.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
And besides, just because the Banu know the Xi'an, it doesn't mean that even if humanity said, oh yeah, there's these people called the Xi'an. Why would they tell them where they were? And even if you pay them to tell them where they were, they're like this direction. Which, if you know where Banu Xi'an space meet, it's super behind their lines. Which means negotiating with all of the Suli between one and the other. And you also got to remember that the Banu are not like a mono species. They're not just like one Banu, like Suli that rules everything. They have the Protectorate, but the Protectorate is more of like a association, like a guild association. Not quite enough for this, but it's fine. In all honesty, it's almost certainly CIG entirely didn't think about that when they wrote this. Maybe they did. They do kind of hint that the Banu aren't like entirely puppy dogs. They just have that sort of way about them in terms of the way that they want people to see them. Got everything I need? My opinion of the Banu has gone from, oh, they're quirky to, oh, God, it's not the Banu. They can be very, very helpful in the right circumstances.
You are clear to launch.
You just gotta hit those right circumstances. And you gotta be very careful when you hit those right circumstances so you don't accidentally sell your kidney along the way. Like, they're very chill until they're not.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Like, a great way of pointing this out is that their militia are all volunteer. And since there's no value in being a militia, the people who tend to be in the Banu Protectorate militia are pirates. Because they get paid for their time. The Banu know this. They don't care because they protect against other pirates. Because they get paid to do that. But who's to stop them from shaking down a trader here and there as they come through? Oh, the Banu were fucking loyal as shit. Like, Maz Hulan, Alex Dugan's partner, that Banu is ride or die. They have done some awful things for Alex, because to a degree, Maz sort of sees Alex as their Esosulin. Like, everything is competition until you're in a contract. Once you're in a contract, unmutable, unbreakable, they would rather die than break it. Most of the time. Sometimes they're shitty, but if they're shitty, then the other Banu will hate them as well. It's like a Wookiee life debt, yeah. Like, everything is in the negotiation. You got to get through the nuances of the negotiation. You gotta trade properly. But once you've gotten a deal, once you shake you shake their hand, like, it is bond. Hey, Alex Moore. Is there any chance we could also be a Kilrathi race in the future? That'd be great. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that, because even in Nyx, if you go to the Nyx, the wildlines they have around Levski are like, I think the Vanduul are running from something. That's been a rumor that's been in the community and been hinted at by the devs forever. Tyranids. Well, the Vanduul are based off of the Vandals and the Goths from Central Asia who invaded Rome and helped sack Rome. They didn't invade Rome because they just wanted to invade Rome. They invaded Rome because they were pushed out of their lands by the Huns. So if they're keeping the same analogy, there is another species we don't know about that is pushing the Vanduul out of their hunting lands. And the Zhongnu. And it's also theorized that a lot of the technology, including like the regen technology that the Vanduul have, the not the regen, but the scanner technology that became regen, that isn't Vanduul in origin. It's another species. So we could find out that there's another technologically advanced species that's pushing the Banu or the Vanduul out of their homeworlds and pushing them into UE space. Who are the guests in today's podcast? We've got Axis 0096, Siphius, and Space Tomato. I mean, how many species are extinct because the duel vacuumed up their biosphere? That's a good point, too. The other option is they just want to sack Earth for the fun of it. I'm sure they still do, because it's just sort of their culture is like conquest, victory through conquest, and strength through victory, or conquest through victory, strength through victory, whatever. Basically, they're a hyper egalitarian species. The best of the best of the best are the only ones who can rule them. So sacking Earth wouldn't be so much because for the fun of it, but because it would be difficult. And they could prove, if they could prove that they sacked Earth, the heart of the UEE, they can prove to all the other Vanduul tribes and clans that they are superior to everybody else. Yeah, not egalitarian, you're right, meritocracy. I mixed my words up again. Just been looking at so much fucking lore around the Nyx and the People's Alliance. Hold on. In some ways, the Vanduul reminded me of the Vikings, clan culture, warrior cult, raids, robbing. Yeah, but unlike the Vikings, who like Viking was a profession, not the culture. The Norse culture, you know. Is the thing that really like mattered itself. There doesn't seem to be a culture outside of the Vanduul, like, raiding culture. That is their culture. Where fuses are very bad. 2 fuses in an MSR are secret tunnels. What the fuck? I wonder if there are secrets that only the CR and the lore team know about. I'm sure there are. They've talked about pretty much everything. There's definitely some ideas they have. But like anything, having something written down as an idea doesn't necessarily mean it will work. So, but we don't know how the Vanduul, about the Vanduul women. So maybe there's part of their lives or live with them as well. We don't know. Every single time we've captured large vessels, Vanduul vessels, we've never found anything that seems like a biological female. That's where Yort comes in, because Yort believes that there are no biologically Vanduul females. That the Vanduul simply grow new bodies and then mix and match the imprints of their best warriors, and then download those warriors into the new body. So the reason why the Vanduul get better as they fight other species or they fight humanity is because they're literally being reborn. Yeah, Jordan thinks Vanduul are orcs, which is why he wants to turn humanity into Vanduul.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay. request has already been granted.
There was a different ATC there. That's the next video I'm doing for the Astro Historian. I finished most of it. I'm at the point of just getting it all put together. That'll be out this weekend for Patreons and for everybody else, and it'll be available for Patreons and like members, and it'll be available for everybody else. Next weekend. I've got a busy week. I've got to get that done, and then I got to write and record.
Your vehicle should be all set.
That's it. That is a new ATC. Interesting. So if my citizen is a daughter of a late smuggler merchant, do you think Levski would be a good home for her? Probably. The UE Senate is not just on Earth; it's in New York City. The UEE is an outgrowth of the UN. You had the UN became the dominant body through creation of the United Nations of Earth out of necessity, mostly because they needed to start colonizing beyond the solar system. And they found that it was very difficult to colonize beyond the solar system when everyone was fighting over who had what rights where. And so they were like multiple different nations and organizations were trying to terraform the same planet and getting into a fight over it. So the United Nations of Earth was sort of a compromise. It was a, hey, these people will be the ones in charge. This is the group that's going to be in charge of maintaining space exploration so we can keep everything straight. And of course, not everyone liked that idea. Oh, New York still exists that far in the future? Yeah. It's been the capital of the UEE ever since. It was the capital of the UNE, then it was the capital of the UPE, and now it's the capital of the UEE. The Senate building was built on the remains of the old UN building. No, Yorid is... Just because Yorid believes something doesn't mean it's true. Yorid is insane. Did this get a glow up? I feel like this got a glow up. Oh, we did. We did destroy the planet. That was the whole reason why we left. But, you know, surprisingly, if you leave a planet, if you take a planet of like 10 to 20 billion humans and then remove about 2/3 of that population, you know, for like 700 years, you tend to see definite change in the environment. Nuclear war? No, we just fucking destroyed it with the old-fashioned way. No nukes involved. Wars, resource shortages, exhausting resources, over-mining, fucking, yeah.
You are clear to launch.
God, it's so nice to be on a PTU server because nobody is here. Yeah, isn't the lore of Arc Raiders that humans built a bunch of machines and the machines took over the planet, or is?
Everyone here hopes you enjoyed your visit to Microtech. The Empire's
Thank you.
leading innovator in
Please visit
space
again.
technology. Different is good.
I have to take a look at the lore of Arc Raiders and see if I can't do a quick video for it, since I'm gonna be fucking doing everything else. Yeah, it's also important to remember that apocalypses aren't the end. We went through an apocalypse in 2020 because of COVID. Apocalypses are frighteningly common. It's basically where everything that was before changes to new, and you have very little context of how to fix it. Like the bubonic plague was a great example of an apocalypse. I have one every other week. Do one as a joke. Human made robot. Robot revolted. The end. The Arc Raiders one. The Arc Raiders, we polluted the planet. The machines don't know where they're from. Oh, we don't know where they're from. They just showed up. Okay. Is Cutlass still a good ship? Yeah. It's never stopped being a good ship. It's just not the best combat ship you can do. It's not bad for NPC combat, but you're not gonna win a lot of fights in PvP. That happens all the time, Omega. When apocalypses happen, people try to get back to the old ways, but you can never go back once it's happened. That's just history. Yeah. Do you think they'll sell the Ironclad at IAE? Oh yeah, definitely. They sell every ship. Every ship they've sold in the past, they'll sell again. IAE is more than Invictus, because Invictus is mostly focused around combat ships. IAE is every ship in the game. So I just released the ships of the UEE Navy. It's a compilation video on the Astro Historian. It's an hour and a half long, but it takes the capital ships of the UEE Navy, the subcaps, the bombers and fighters, and then the utility ships. It talks about all of them. There are some things that are a little off here and there, like the Perseus having size 7 guns, which apparently it has size 8s, but we'll see. I gotta do an 8-hour boss fight. Enjoy that. There's Scud. I know people love long videos. That's why I make them. Like the ASD video that I'm working on right now that is almost done. Like I said, it's just a matter of me sitting down and actually banging on it, which I plan to do today. Now that I've got that other one done, because that one was a lot easier. That took me about 4 hours to put together. So, once I get that done, that's. It's like 30 plus minutes long. It's closer to 40 minutes than it is to 50 minutes. And then the system survey on Nyx is gonna blow my fucking that's gonna be harder to do. I plan on getting the Perseus done the day before IAE or the first day of our IAE. History of the Verse 6, that's going to come out in, I'm going to start working on that this month, this month, but I got to talk to my editor because we haven't talked in a while. I plan on getting that done and then asking him when he's getting the script done and like recording it and asking him how long it will take for him to get out. My hope is to get it out by March. That one's going to be a little bit tougher because that one, I want to get a bunch of guest voice actors because it's the Tavaran War. That one is just the Tavaran War. And I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm probably this is gonna probably make some people mad, but I wouldn't be surprised if, and this will be my canon until CIG corrects it, I bet you the Perseus that we know, the one that they've talked about, the one that they originally sold, if they increased it to size 7s, the Perseus, the original Perseus, the 2514 Perseus, or whenever it was built, that had size 7s. And so the Project Perseus that we've seen now, which is the upgraded version of the Perseus, is size 8s. So it's sort of just like the new version of the old, a revision of the old.
You are cleared, so let's have a spot free.
Oh, they actually do have the new ATCs for all the landing zones. Now they just got to do the like visual captures. The Block 6, yeah. The version 2, well, it's a complete overhaul, a ground up reworking of the ship, keeping a lot of the basic structure there, the things that made it good, but then adding to it. There's a cargo freight element right there.
Landing complete.
Hey, Captain Rain. Hey, Hagbird. Question is, will those size 8s be swappable? No, they're bespoke. That's not changed. That's something they've said from the beginning, that they're bespoke. The thing that's going to make the Perseus interesting is that those ballistic size 8s have a chance to be have a chance to use unique ammo. Like they were talking about the Perseus when they talked about like different ammo configurations. By the way, chat, this is the Dead Saints intro mission. So this is a mission from Ticia Pacheco. I am to take these cryopods to a CFP outpost in Pyro. Do you? I'll take you out and pick you up later. All right, well, you just get put down.
You can take away my spaceship.
This is weird.
You can take away my space suit. You can even take away
yeah,
my space lasers. But you can never, ever take away my space game.
That might be on your end, yeah. It should be the same. I don't have any differences between Twitch and YouTube.
Markin42 just resubscribed for 44 months.
Thank you so much, Mackin, for that 44 months of support. You're very important, Papa, very impressive, very pedestrian. This is your fault. You're trying to drink, and I shots and cheers and chat, y'all. Shots and cheers. By the way, how's the quality been, chat? Because I've been recording since I started streaming. I fixed some things, lowered the bit quality a little bit. Oh, it was a server error. Perfect. That's why it wasn't working. Good. I haven't heard any audio issues. So the answer was I was recording at too high of a bit rate and too high of a resolution. You think we're going to get a small Gray's Market ship? Probably not immediately, but soon probably. Let's see if the server error. This is still a pretty long one. Are the missions in Nyx? There are some missions in Nyx. Not much though. A lot of them are go to this area, retrieve this body or this thing from a downed ship, and kind of do some other ones. Do you think Gray's Market will be at IAE or maybe in the future? I doubt that it'll be at IAE.
You can take away my space suit.
That you'll probably be able to purchase them. There's only one ship, so.
But you can never.
Never.
Ever. Take away my space.
Oh, does it have a day?
Interesting that the Gray's Market has a day. It's a fetch quest, yeah, basically. We're back.
The Captain Rane just resubscribed for 6 months.
Thank you so much for that 6 months of support there, Captain. You're very important, Pupper. Very impressive, very pedestrian. This is your fault. You're trying to drink shots and cheers and chat, y'all. Shots and cheers. There's not like a body investigation. It's like go to his location and pick up his item. They're lumped in with the alien brands? Okay. But they are working on investigation missions. They're trying to bring those back in the new year. Yes, chat, these are cryopods. This is a shipment of people in cryopods. Call me Twitch. I run the Dead Saints. I doubt this is the first time you've heard of us, but in case you haven't, we do a lot of things. One of them is transporting goods that need discreet handling. I got your info from one of my contacts that said you got your stuff, you got the stuff we like in a hauler, which works for me because we're looking for one. Here's my proposal. We're offering creds to the pilot that can transport some special cargo for us. Your ship's hold will need the room for 2 SU containers. You'll need a handheld tractor beam for loading and unloading, and all you have to do is take everything from Tesia Spaceport in Lorville to Chalos Beach on Pyro 4 without getting security involved. You can pull the job off. The Saints have more contracts down the line. How much do you want to bet that these are actually workers who are trying to get out of their contracts? So they were smuggled into a cryopod, loaded in, and then are now being smuggled out of the system to CFP to work to be free.
You are cleared for liftoff.
By the way, Astro, on a live server working on the event, and I hit the server error every few minutes before you hit a server error in PTU, so I think there might be some wider server infrastructures being countered worked out. Yeah, I think so, too. So we're part of an underground railroad? I mean, Tesia doesn't ask a lot of questions. You pay the creds, you get the fucking job done. Like, that's her sort of thing.
Good luck on your travels. As you leave our atmosphere, it's important to remember that Hurston Dynamics isn't simply known for its industrial dominance. We donate generously to a variety of worker charities.
I love that. Okay, sure you do. Wasn't that what happened to the founder of Crusader? Yep. Well, he was smuggled out of the UEE by sympathetic smugglers. All right, so we got to go to Pyro. Where is Pyro? Pyro used to be here. Pyrogate was there. I think I'm gonna have to get gas at Pyro Gateway. I love these new ATCs, yeah. I just wish they had like character models. Perfect. Yeah, to be free, to go work, to go live in Pyro with the CFP. I wouldn't be surprised if Hurston was looking at its employees and basically got its employees who were inefficient, who were wanting to leave, and then negotiating with the CFP to get them to go work for the CFP. So that the CFP gets more labor resources. Those people think that they're free, so they're free from Hurston, but they're trapped in Pyro, where the only people who can help them is the CFP. Because we know that Hurston and the CFP have a connection to each other. Yeah, Twitch is just the middle woman in this case. Yes, liberator soon. I'm happy with how the Ships of the UEE video is doing. It's doing better than I thought it would be after my channel had been so like low in terms of activity for a while. And if they start anything, CFP will have them killed via mission from us. Or they can helpfully do their civic duty and report a contract jumper to Hurston. Exactly. We'll do access, don't worry about it. But yeah, no, the complete history of Star Citizen Lore Part 6 is going to be a dense one, and I'm going to hire artists and or work with machinima creators to try to get some recreations, especially now that the Perseus is out. That's one of the things that I've been waiting for, is the Perseus to release, because the Perseus is pretty important in my opinion. It was one of the few ships that was actually available during the Tavaran War that we have.
Service complete. Connection terminating.
Where though? I love the new automated. It's a good automated one. This is a Hurston station anyways, so they don't give a shit.
Service. Connection terminating. Exit approved. Safe travels.
By the way, the CFP are in Nyx as well.
Exit approved. Safe travels.
CFP are all over the place. They're not citizens for Pyro anymore, they're citizens for prosperity. And they have branches all over the UEE. Aren't they sponsored by Hurston? As far as we know, yes. The founder of CFP was an accountant for Hurston Dynamics before she left to found the CFP. Question, who's the G brand on the 23rd, 24th of IAE? The G brand? I'd have to look at that. Gatak, probably. Could be Grey Cat. Oh, that's Gray's Market? Gray's Market. Okay, yeah. For those of you who don't know, this is a wormhole, but it is a wormhole through interspace. Beyond these walls is a completely different dimension. Hence why hitting the walls gives you a bunch of like build-up. Yeah, a smaller dimension. I know all ships do this, but it's very appropriate for the Drake ship to creak as it's going through. All right, Chawa's Beach. Oh, wow. I do not have enough fuel for that. Pyro is big. Let's see if there's a station that I can hit on the way. No checkmate. I've broken YouTube's ad algo to such a degree that I keep getting really weird ads. I'm part of the problem. I pay for YouTube Premium, but I use it so much that it's just so much value. If I recall, didn't CIG say that the winner of their current event would have given some announced impact on the lore? Given CIP's ties to Hurston and Hurston recently winning ownership of the Pyro Gateway, I wonder if Pyro could fall under Hurston control should CFP win. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Hurston Dynamics facilities in Pyro. Because the whole thing of the CFP was they want to make it easier for organizations like companies to come in and to exploit resources around Pyro. Like they want to make Pyro safe enough for the UEE and for corporations, so that they can basically gentrify the system. Yeah, I don't think they'll have a whole system come under control. They mentioned in the monthly reports, the mission team, that they're still working on the reputation system, the new reputation system. So I'm assuming that they're somewhat close to that reputation system being complete, because if they do that, then the reputation system, I think, will be a much better much better events can happen. All right, I'm going to stop the recording and see what it looks like, because I've recorded for about an hour and 41 minutes. I'm going to see how good or bad the footage is as we're traveling. Hurston Dynamics doesn't just always make a profit. Hurston Dynamics always makes a good product. That's the insidious thing about Hurston. They're good at what they do. The product never suffers. Everything else suffers, but the product never suffers. I'm going to play that song now. I'm going to play a cover of that song, because this is Levski. I don't know what I did there. I'm going to play that song now. I'm going to play a cover of that song. Okay. I'm going to play that song now. I'm going to play a cover of that song, because this is Levski. All right, chat, what do you think? Hopefully this works. Here you go, chat.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah.
Wrong one.
Life is older than the trees, younger than.
The capsule now approaching station momentarily. Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
Let's ride it all the way through. Quality okay? The shop ones look better than the ones in Sitcom Pack. Yeah, they do.
Please follow designated routes and refrain from approaching the tanks.
Not sure why it's
Cepheus.
I'm helping out with public sanitation.
Not too bad. I will be doing an IAE tour, yes. There he is. Yeah, they usually do. Chris usually likes to do a letter towards the end of the year. I think he'll do it when 4.4 releases. Whew. This stream is only intended for some watchers. Yeah, because I put it on 18 so I don't get yelled at. I wonder if Nyx will be more popular than Pyro once the release hype dies down a little bit. It depends. Like, I'm gonna stay there because that's my home. But I'm also a smuggler, so makes sense. I think it'll be more popular than Pyro in general, but it probably won't be still as popular as Stanton is. Most people will still gravitate towards Stanton because it has the most content. Yeah. It's an experiment. They're experimenting with how to release systems. I can see the method in their madness. The concept that they're doing is if we release this, this system in pieces, we can slowly add content over time rather than having to do a big release. So that way, every single time we release new, like a new planet, we can add a bunch of content around it so people will stick around that planet while also still having the older content that's connected there as well. So the content is evolving with the system rather than build a system, put all the content in that system, and then hope people enjoy it. Because that was the problem with Pyro. It's like Pyro was built years ago and been slowly updated till when it actually released because it was waiting for server meshing. And now that they've got server meshing out, Pyro needs to get redone again because it needs to get the new planet tech in there. It needs to get the new like points of interest spawning system that they're building in there. So like there's a bunch of new tech that they're gonna have to introduce to Pyro, which means they're gonna have to redo Pyro. Yeah, plus the CME, which they're gonna have to do for engineering. They never had that in there. If, like Pyro, they neglect it in favor of Stanton. That's true as well. They need to, like, actually put content there. Boy, howdy, Nyx is rough today. I haven't had that problem. Nyx is pretty good. Works on my machine. Yeah, this is 4-4. This is 4-4. What was Harabek? What was wrong with your game? You having a bunch of server errors? I haven't been to the QV stations though, so. I did have one server error so far as well. No planets. There's no planets in Nyx. It's just the Glacium ring, just the asteroid belt. From the sounds of things, CIG is planning on doing to add those planets pretty quickly. So in CIG's mind, it's probably 3 months. In reality, it's probably 6 months. Unless they add Pyro 1 first, and then they add Pyro 2 and Pyro 3 later. Because Pyro 2 is still just concept art. I can't imagine Pyro 3 being too difficult. It's an ice giant. Ice Giant, huh? Sounds like a chill place to find family. Did I say something else? I meant next one. Yeah. I'm assuming they're all at Vulcan updates into engineering, and they'll be around March, April. I think they'll do probably some more tests before the end of the year with Vulcan. In the monthly report, they said that they fixed most of the issues. They discovered most of the issues that were causing the problems, but there was one very specific issue that they were still hunting down and working to fix. So once that's done, they'll probably go into another tech preview and then release it then. Because the engineering tech preview is going over the weekend. So the engineering tech preview is right now. If you have an Evocati, you can get into it and you can play the entire weekend. So it's not just like a 6-hour run. All right, bitches, be cool. Be cool, bitches. Tell those turds to be cool. Need to locate a place where I can drop off my goods. Doesn't seem to be... Ah, right there. Perfect.
You can take away
and
my
it's nighttime.
spaceship.
Very thematic.
You can take away my space suit. You can even take away my space lasers. But you can never, ever take away my space game.
Oh, it's definitely heavy-handed. It's not
Access
my favorite.
0096 just resubscribed for 40 months. Soon.
Thank you so much for that Prime sub for 40 months. You're very important, Papa. Very impressive, Mr. Very pedestrian. This is your fault. You're drinking night. Shots and cheers. Cheers, chat, y'all. Shots and cheers. That's because daytime is lost tech astro. No, I think it's very thematic that it's a night because I'm smuggling freaking human beings. Getting another board of Star Citizen, Polly? Not really. If anything, I'm more interested now because of the, oh shit, I gotta take a break here. I'm gonna die. Yeah, the Drake Clipper, possibly. That's the one that, we'll talk a little bit about that, on the Captain's Table next week. We're going to talk about the ships of the UE, of the IAE, with a bunch of cool folks. Star Jump Grim, we'll be talking with Execute. Yeah, I say, if anything, with 4.4, I'm more interested than ever because of these new interstellar missions. Do you think the LT-22 will be available as a kit? L-22. The Wolf? What? I'll be right back. Mission didn't finish, but it's okay. Yeah, it's all right. I know what to do. It was my fault on that one. Should have known better. That's how these systems work. Yeah, rip the bodies. Oh, the QV stations do the ASD thing where if you log out, you spawn back in one of the various med beds. Nice. Did the stock only have 2 guns? I thought it had 4. And it's 4 mounts. Yeah, CIG is going to drop a new system as the IAE patch. Luckily, generally speaking, most of the people are going to be at, not going to be at Nyx, so Nyx will be available, but most of the people will be going to Crusader. But yeah, Cyber, the Nyx 1 retcon is very heavy-handed. It's also stupid. Like, what do you mean a mysterious company is secretly terraforming a planet that you have control over entirely? That's dumb as shit. It makes no sense. I hope they retcon the retcon and say that at least they're doing it in coordination with the People's Alliance. What happens? So there's a bug that you should know about in general, is with those specific Pyro style elevators. When you first click on them, they basically glitch out and then lower. Like they automatically lower. And then when you click on them again, they come back up. It's an old bug. What I should have done was clicked on it immediately to kind of get it cleared and then loaded it up and sent it down. It's not a game-breaking bug, but it's one of those things you gotta be careful of. Yeah, exactly. And according to the load screen, the People's Alliance believe that they think they'll be allowed to colonize the planet. It's like, what? It does a lot of things dumb, because it's like, like, it makes the People's Alliance look weak as shit. Yeah, I think the best case scenario is there's an interesting event where you have to choose between the UEE and the there's no logout? Okay. Well, I'll log out anyways. The UEE and People's Alliance. Yeah. All right, we gotta get set up for the captain's table. I'm gonna send people over. From group, and remove from group. Add friends. Yes, thank you. Boss Tomato. Axis and Cepheus. Sadly, they'd let you max out both sides because CIG is allergic to sense. Yeah. Thanks for coming on there, Cyber. Glad for you watched. I see you're wearing your favorite color. Purple is my favorite color. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna shut this down. Scene selection. I will see you on the other side, chat. Hey, chat, that was just a quick test to make sure everything was working. Luckily, we've been having lots of technical issues today, so we'll be starting here hopefully on time. Give us a few moments.